Alright, new season, new me. Back to the basics with Stasis, going right back to it because there's new fragments and there's a new aspect for each class. And you know what that means? That means I'm gonna make a video on it and milk the hell out of it. So basically, we're going to be using the Frosties and pairing it up with the new aspect along with just a couple of tweaks from the last time we used the Frosties. And we're going to be pairing it with a rocket launcher plus some new mods. So to kick it off, let's go over the Frosties. Now what Frosties do, it basically enhances all of our cooldowns whenever we are sprinting. Now pairing that up with the already fast cooldown that Hunter has with Shatter Dive plus Whisper of Shards, our grenade cooldown is going to be skyrocketing and we will be getting our grenades back extremely fast. Now to top it off, there's a new part of this build that wasn't with the old Frosty build. So now we have a nice little fragment called Grim Harvest. Now what this aspect does is defeating slowed or frozen combatants creates stasis shards. These shards grant melee energy when picked up by you or your allies. Using this, we are going to be pairing it with Shatter Dive. Now the cool thing about Grim Harvest is that you don't actually need to use either of these two grenades. You don't need to use an actual slowing grenade or the Cold Snap grenade. Cold Snap freezes targets, yes. Dustfield slows enemies, yes. But Glacier grenade also freezes enemies. You don't even need to directly hit them. All you need to do is throw the grenade and Shatter Dive, and whatever enemies are killed by it will drop shards due to Grim Harvest. So we can still use this build to its maximum potential with Grim Harvest to get our melee energy back as well as our grenade. Going to fragments, Whisper of Shards, shattering a stasis crystal temporarily boosts your grenade recharge rate. Whisper of Torment, you gain grenade energy each time you take damage from combatants. This is new. And Whisper of Fissures increases the damage and size of the burst of stasis whenever you destroy a stasis crystal or frozen target. So this is also helpful with proccing our Grim Harvest because this is the only reason why we're going to be proccing so many stasis shards to drop. Moving on to weapons, I'll show my weapons, but basically my weapons don't really matter at all. The only thing I want to primarily focus on is in this build is the grenade along with the new mods and my rocket launcher. The other two weapons don't really matter whatsoever, but here they are in case you want to look at them. I'm using an Icolos SMG alongside an Astral Horizon. Again, the light level is low because I haven't had time to play, so sorry about that. And this is my rocket launcher, my beautiful, beautiful rocket launcher. Moving on to stats, I am using 100 discipline along 60 strength. Every other stat is up to you. If I can get 100 strength along with 100 discipline, that would be ideal, and that is what I want. But unfortunately, I don't really have the proper armor to maximize the capabilities for this build. If I were to recommend anything, I would recommend speccing into discipline as well as to strength and get them both to 100, tier 10. And finally, moving on to mods. I'll go over Charge of Light mods and then I'll go over the basic mods and what recommendations I'd give out. So first off, I'm going to go over the new mods. First one, Elemental Ordnance. Now, what this does, picking up an elemental well grants energy to your ability with the lowest current energy. Picking up an elemental well whose element matches your subclass damage type grants energy to all of your abilities. This is another form of grenade recharge rate that we are banking off of. Now, what this mod actually does is defeating a combatant with a grenade spawns an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type. So this is going to be a way, not the main way. The main way we're getting our grenade back is through our fragments as well as Frosties. But what this mod is actually doing for us is getting us Charge of Light extremely easy. We're going to be getting grenade kills very, very frequently due to our recharge rate. And because of that, we can use the Elemental Ordnance alongside Elemental Charge to its maximum potential. Now, Elemental Charge does is become Charge of Light by picking up an Elemental Well. For Elemental Wells, element type matches your subclass element, you gain 2 stacks of Charge with Light. So since we're going to be creating so many Elemental Wells from Elemental Ordnance, we're going to be Charge of Light almost constantly due to Elemental Charge. And due to that, our rocket launcher is going to always, and I mean nearly always, have increased damage due to our mod Argent Ordnance. Now, what Argent Ordnance does is while Charge of Light readying or firing a rocket, grants it increased damage and reload speed. It consumes 1 stack of Charge of Light whenever you damage an enemy with it. So basically, our Charge of Light mods are set up to get us Charge of Light easily, while at the same time using our Charge of Light constantly with our rocket launcher. So we'll be using them over and over again, while at the same time getting them over and over again. The other mods that we're using is Swift Charge. This is just another way to become Charge of Light if we're not banking on our grenades as much. And what Swift Charge does is become Charge of Light from getting rapid kills with an SMG sidearm or pulse rifle. And we are also using Radiant Light to get us 20 extra strength. Now the side mods that I'd recommend are Ashes to Assets. Since we're going to be getting grenade kills 24/7, I'd recommend using this highly. Another mod that I'd recommend that I can't use because my armor sucks is Impact Induction or Momentum Transfer. Either one works, personally up to you. I'd go with Bomber as well. Reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. And the final mods that I'd recommend is a bunch of rocket launchers, scavenger, and just ammo finder stuff. I currently can't because my armor is not masterworked and my setups are kind of scuffed, but I'd recommend using a bunch of rocket launcher stuff that benefits your ammo capacity as well as your potential to find rocket launcher ammo. And yeah, that is going to be the build. Hope you guys are enjoying the new season, and yeah, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked and enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.